Welcome to Subatomic Workshop. Today I'm making masters to use for mold making. I've been wanting to mold for a really long time and it just never seemed to happen, but I've been watching a lot of Build Around over at Punish Props a lot lately, and he has a bunch of molding and casting videos and it's inspired me to finally get on it. Now, obvious disclaimer, I have no idea what I'm doing as I've never done this before, and I plan to experiment a little bit to gain some knowledge firsthand. And this clay that I'm using is a cheap plastilina clay I got from the craft store for really cheap. I've never worked with a clay like this before, so I'm just messing around here getting the feel for it. And while doing this, I had no idea what I was going to make, but after messing with it a while, I decided to go ahead and make a small cheeseburger. My wife really loves cheeseburgers, and as you can tell, I'm no sculptor. I just did the best with I could in a short period of time just messing around. And this is some rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip that I then smooth with my finger. It was recommended by Bill on his channel, and to go ahead and smooth it out, get the fingerprints out, and I'm using a small homemade tool to give the patty some texture. And this is a necklace of my wife's that she wants a key to go with, and I know a key to her heart is super lame, but that's what she wants, so I'm going to go ahead and try to make it happen. I'm going to go ahead and make this master out of wood to see how it holds up in the silicone. The wood is just scrap pine 2x4, and so here I'm drawing an outline as best I can, which you can see I'm horrible at drawing, so I use as many tools as I could to help me along. I then went ahead and cut out the rough shape of the key on the bandsaw. And I had to go ahead and add a board to make it a zero clearance so that the small piece that I was working on wouldn't get sucked into the bandsaw. And after trimming it up, I went ahead and I just put it on its side and cut it directly in half. That way I had um, a second blank in case I messed the first one up. And the holes for the heart in the middle I did on the drill press, but because the piece was so small and odd shaped, I couldn't clamp it very well and it wasn't working as I wanted. So I ended up buying a coping saw and used that to get the heart shape that I wanted, so I didn't have to cut it open on the bandsaw. After that, I just sat there and spent a lot of time sanding, filing, and smoothing it out. It's definitely not perfect, but I didn't want to spend too much time on it, until I knew how the silicone was going to react to the piece and how it was going to look, as I've never molded. Then after getting it as smooth as I liked, I went ahead and sprayed it with a primer. And for further experimentation with the wood, I squared up another piece of scrap wood and sanded it, but I'm not going to put any type of coating or paint on it. Then I had another scrap piece that I'm not going to sand or coat with anything, just bare 2x4 to see how that does as well. And I do plan to try other materials as I'm showing here. This is going to be some cardboard, but I'm also going to try some metal, EVA foam, rocks, a few other things I can get my hands on, but that will be in the next video. But if you do have any materials you want to see try to be cast or molded, I should say, let me know in the comments, and if I can get them, I will go ahead and make a mold of it and include it in the next video. And these are going to be some of the things that I've found to go ahead and try making a mold of. There's the painted wood, the sanded wood, the non-sanded wood, EVA, I'm going to heat treat one and not the other, some plastic, which are those wire nuts, some little rubber pieces, some nuts, some styrofoam, and some plastic, and also that glass bead. So let me know, and if you get a chance, please subscribe. Thanks.